on to JET. Um, I knew about JET while I was in Japan. I heard about people talking about JET, but like I was like, do I want to teach English? And I was like, yeah, I do, because I literally, in a sense, did it while in Japan. I was actually teaching English, but it was like tutoring slash like grammar skills and homework stuff like that, and coaching. Hot like pronunciation. So I was like, man, maybe I should apply for JET. And I heard about it from a teacher who's in Japanese program at my school. We don't have the best Japanese program, but she tries hard, so I really appreciate her. And she told me about the program. I didn't know anything about. I mean, I didn't know much about JET besides that I knew some people who wanted to teach English and do it, and I was kind of it. And I also was like, well, teaching English is not hard. I know English, and I know Japan. Like, I've been there for a while, and why not? So started doing research on JET and the ALT position, which most people do, which is just teaching English. It's not just teaching English, but like I mean, like it's consisted of like teaching English mainly. And then I heard about the CIR, and I was like, ooh, that sounds like me, because I'm all about like cross culture, like interrelationships and stuff like that, and I'm all about like international people talking and conversing and stuff, like conversing and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, maybe I should get in this. And I saw one of the requirements was like you need at least intermediate advanced Japanese, and I was like, I'm there. You know, uh, been working on my Japanese really hard, and I mean, I'm not perfect at all, nowhere near that, but you know, so I was like, I'll go for it. And I really found out about the program about, I don't know, maybe not even a month before the deadline, and I was like, yeah, let me get on that. So I, started getting all the stuff together, and I asked one of my Japanese teachers to write me a letter of recommendation, all that kind of stuff, because letter of recommendation was not the hardest thing to attain, but like going back and forth from Japan, like talking to your teacher in Japan, time difference and stuff like that. And I wanted to get good references because references are pretty important. They can make or break you in an application. So I wanted to get good sources who knew my Japanese potential and who saw me progress while in Japan. So, and also one of the teachers at my school who allows me to teach her in her English class, and yeah, basically she's been like mentoring me. So she also wrote me one too, which I really appreciate. And yeah, so I got that taken care of. The application was nothing. I wrote the application. I mean, I filled it out online, did that, and then the statement of purpose. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can tell you what I want to do. I, you know, like I want to teach English in Japan. I want to go back to Japan. And, I want to do this. But how do you put that in words, like, and not say the wrong thing, and say what they want? So when I got to the statement of purpose, I kind of skipped over that part, and I, you know, procrastinated really hard on it. But I work good under pressure, so I was like, most people just write a little bit every day, and then they get to it, later on, or I mean, like finish it up later on. But I was kind of like, oh God, like this could make or break me. Like I have to really, think about this. And so I got everything else done. The transcripts, because I'm not about to. I graduate next semester, so I had to get my proof of graduation, all that kind of stuff taken care of, which was a hassle because, like I said, I was behind in registration, and I had to hop over fences and jump through hoops to get that taken care of. But luckily, my office registrar's office like really worked with me because they understood I was coming back from studying abroad, so they helped me with that and got that taken care of. And then pretty much after that, you know, that's it, I believe. Yeah. So, I mean, my proof of study abroad, got that, and yeah, the FBI thing, getting that taken care of. So that was, that was it. And the deadline was this year. It was like the 18th of November, I believe. And like, next thing I know, it's November like 14th, 15th, around there, and I still have not finished my statement of purpose. And I was going to talk to a lot of people about, my statement of purpose, the writing center at my school, and just going to other people, just letting them read it, say, does it sound like arrogant to you? Does it sound like, a little like too soft or too harsh or, too good, or too bad to them. So I was like just letting people read it, read it, read it. And I basically formulated in chunks. Like I just put it all together, and then, you know, the intro, what I want to do, what do I feel like I'm going to get out of JET, what I have to offer JET, my experiences and all that kind of stuff. And then, just kind of broke it up and then put it together at the end, and then, mended it. And, you know, at first I was like, oh my God, this is not going to come out good. But after, I wrote it, I was like, yeah, this came out pretty good. Not a lot better than I expected. I don't mean like that, but it came out very well. And I feel as though if the people who read that can truly understand how much I like and love Japanese culture and Japanese language, and how dedicated I am to getting back to Japan and teaching English, or doing translations, which I really want to do. It's like Japanese to English or English to Japanese paper and documentation translation. So really want to do that, and through the JET program, I feel as though I can accomplish that goal in life. So yeah, so basically got the statement of purpose finished, and I looked at it a million times. I was like, man, I took it to the writing center, and they killed it up, apostrophe, or missing apostrophe or comma, it's kind of doesn't make sense, fix that up, and then typed it out, and got it mailed off, and I was really nervous because I was like, man, I was like consuming my life, like forget classes, like this application is consuming my life. And I finally mailed it off that Monday, the 16th of November, and that's quite close to the deadline. But consider I only found out about it 3 weeks ago, it's kind of like you can't really rush that kind of stuff. So yeah, got that. I send it off. I expedited it one day. Got there the next day, the day before the deadline. Actually, 2 days before the deadline. So I sent it off the 15th, and I can't remember for sure, but it got there Tuesday, and the deadline was Thursday. So whatever those dates are, and yeah. So I was just like, got that taken care of, and now we wait, to hear something, and I kind of am confused. I'm kind of like a little like worried because I hear a lot of people talking about they getting their confirmation cards back, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about it. I just read this today, and I was like, I forgot about it, and I was like, I never got mine. I sent mine a week and a half ago, and I thought about it. And what happened was when I was mailing off my like application, I had to switch out the like the envelope it was in, because the lady was like trying to help me. She's like, you can send this in a smaller one for a cheaper price. And I was like, okay. So we took everything out the other one and put it in the smaller one. And what ended up happening was, like, I'm not sure if this is like the case or not, but I was like contemplating like all day about it. Like I may have accidentally forgot to put in the envelope for the self-addressed envelope that they require you to send or whatever. I may have forgotten to pull that out, the big one, and put it in a smaller one. I'm not sure. I'm kind of bugging out, but I'm not sure. So maybe I'll say if I got my confirmation card later or not. But yeah, basically that is the only thing I'm really concerned about right now. It's like I haven't gotten that back. Now the interviews and stuff like that, like that's later on. I know that's like February. You find out if you get an interview in January. It's just kind of like I'm really looking forward to like progressing through this process, and I really hope I get it really bad. Like, but for now, just waiting and just see what they got going on. And there's a lot of people applying, but like I said, I'm applying for CIR, so I don't know if that's a higher chance or a lower chance because there's less slots and less people applying. You gotta look at it both ways. So it's kind of like it's more, it's a difficult job and difficult task, and I just feel as though I'm ready to take the challenge, and I'm looking forward to progressing. But for now, I'm just waiting on the confirmation card, and that's basically it. And I guess I'll be doing videos for my whole process of application, and then if I do make it, I will definitely be doing videos for good amount of time for my experience there. And I'm also working on my other video. I'm just gonna talk about my experiences in Japan overall. I may have somebody interview me. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm just gonna, you know, think about that for now and just try to, you know, work on that later on. But yeah, so you guys wish me luck, and I'm buckled in, strapped in, ready just to wait it out and see what they got. But yeah, thanks.